Are you preparing for the PMP exam? Are you feeling overwhelmed with the materials that are available in the market? Are you feeling overwhelmed with the jargons? And do you have a fear of failure? If you have all of these things, trust me, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to explain the exact PMP study plan blueprint that you need to knock this PMP certification out. No fluff, no vague things. I'm going to teach you the actionable plan. And also stick around with me until the end of the video. I will be sharing you a bonus that will be tremendously helping you for your PMP journey. So let's not waste any time. Let's get started. Hi, my name is Gautham.Sudakar. I'm working as Head of Training Department with EduHubSpot. So before we get started discussing the actionable study plan, let's try to understand the root cause, like why most of the PMP aspirants are struggling in getting this PMP certification done. Even now, majority of the PMP aspirants are thinking this PMP certification, it's about memorizing ITTOs. When I say ITTOs, input, tools and techniques, and output. You know what? That is not. This PMP exam is completely a behavioral based exam. This means every PMP question will be a scenario based question. PMP questions are MCQ, multiple choice question. In the form of a question, they will put you in a scenario and they will be giving you 4 options. With the options you are picking, they will evaluate you how good you are reacting to that scenario. That's what I said. This exam is a behavioral based exam. And also you must understand the changes the PMI has made on the certification from 2021. From 2021, PMI has clearly said that this PMP exam is based on exam content outline. See, before 2021, this PMP exam is heavily based on PMBOK like ITTOs, input, tools and techniques and output. From 2021, this exam is no more based on PMBOK or any other books. This is based on exam content outline. And also PMI has clearly stated from 2021 onwards, 50% of your exam questions will be on waterfall life cycle and 50% of your exam questions will be on agile and hybrid life cycle. Why still a lot of PMP aspirants are struggling to clear this PMP exam is because they are not giving much focus on agile and hybrid. Still, a lot of PMP aspirants are only focusing on studying waterfall life cycle. Please don't do that because your exam has 50% weightage on agile and hybrid life cycle. You know what? My students who are clearing the PMP exam, they are saying that Gautham, 60% of the exam questions is on agile and hybrid. So before we get into the actionable study plan, the humble request from my side is stop memorizing all the PMP concepts. It's not going to help you in clearing the behavioral based exam. Try to understand each and every concepts and please put your effort in understanding the concepts behind agile and hybrid life cycle, which is most important for the current trend of the PMP exam, because the entire world is moving to agile. That is something PMI has recognized it. That is the reason PMI is giving more importance to agile and hybrid in this PMP certification exam. Now let's talk about the actionable study plan that you have to make while you're preparing for the PMP exam. I would like to call the actionable study plan that I'm going to propose right now as a 5-phase actionable study plan. Now let's talk about phase number 1. So the phase number 1 is understand the PMP mindset. We all understood that this exam is based on exam content outline, right? Take time and please understand what is this exam content outline means. With that, you can understand the actual syllabus of PMP. And if you ask me, my students, a lot of my students who are experienced project managers will be struggling in getting this PMP certification done. You know, you might be wondering, Gautham, come on, they are experienced project managers. Why can't they easily pass the PMP certification? No, there is a check here. See, what PMI is saying, you know, what PMI wants you to follow in a project, and as an experienced project manager, what you are following in your real project might be entirely different. When you are an experienced project manager, for you to adapt this PMP mindset is very challenging. When you're studying for the PMP exam, my proposal would be Completely move your experience out and then go into a student mode and then try to learn all the PMP process, like how PMI wants you to do a project. When you are learning like that, your PMP mindset will be set. The first thing is you have to understand the PMP mindset. Phase number 2, build your foundation. You can never clear a PMP exam when your foundation is not so strong. When I say foundation, make your concepts very strong. I would say use a quality resource that are available in the market. For example, you can use our EduHubSpot video-based simulator. I'm not saying that we are the only people who are doing this PMP course. You can look at a PMI website. They have given some reference books. Use that. Please build your foundation strong. When I say foundation, you should know how to plan and manage your scope. You should know how to plan and manage your schedule, resources, and cost. And then you should know about procurement. You should know about how to handle quality on your project. And most importantly, this is the most important topic, you should know how to handle your stakeholders. And then you should know what are the leadership skills you as a project manager should have. You should have a pure conceptual understanding on these topics, and trust me, you will be building your foundation strong. How to build concepts around these topics? Have a quality resources with you, research and select a quality resources, and with the help of the resources, make your foundation very strong. Phase number 3, as I was already explained in the beginning of the video, 50% of the exam questions will be on Agile and Hybrid. Please don't take your learnings on Agile and Hybrid life cycles very lightly. This is very important. In Agile and Hybrid, focus on these topics for your PMP exam. 1, understand what does the Agile mindset means, understand the values and principles of Agile. And second, Scrum. Scrum is the most important topic for your PMP exam, because my students who cleared recently, they unanimously said, Gautham, we have seen a lot of questions around the framework Scrum. Understand what is Scrum, understand the events of Scrum, like what will happen in sprint planning meeting, what will happen in daily Scrum, what will happen in review and retrospective meeting, and along with that, understand the responsibilities of Scrum team. What are the responsibilities product owner have, Scrum master have, and development team has. Having a detailed knowledge on Scrum, it's very important to clear those 50% of the questions that you're gonna face in Agile. Third, you should have a strong knowledge on Kanban. So my students have seen, the questions around Kanban as well. Build your foundation on the topic, on the concepts around Kanban. That is very important. And this is for an Agile side. My students have seen a lot of questions on hybrid life cycle as well. So please understand or make your concepts very strong on how a hybrid project should be handled. And also, when you want to answer the Agile and Hybrid questions very well, one tip, practice more questions around this topic. Servant leadership, empowering the team member, how you're gonna handle the stakeholders in Agile and Hybrid project. Around this topic, make your concept strong and also practice a lot of questions. Now let's talk about phase number 4, practice with purpose. After building your foundation very strong, it's not like you can go for the exam and then you can pass. No, you have to practice a lot of scenario-based questions before you go for the exam. So first, practice a lot of mock tests. After practicing each and every mock test, review your wrong and also the correct questions. When you're reviewing, you will understand why you have picked those questions wrong. And also after every mock test, try to find the root cause why you have done those questions wrong. Either that root cause is a concept misunderstanding or you have a mindset problem. Identify the root cause and then fix that. Trust me, when you're doing this, while you're moving forward with your mock test score will significantly improve. And let me tell you some of the best mock tests that are available in the market. Of course, I can't ignore my mock, our EduHubSpot PMP mock test. That is something, it's best thing that is there in the market. When my students score just more than 60% in a mock test, they will clear the PMP exam out with above target score. This is a trend we are observing for the past 10 years. Our mock tests are very challenging than the real PMP exam. And also in the recent times, I'm hearing good feedback about PMI study hall. This is a mock test directly from PMI. So that also the best resource that you have. You can use these things. Now the phase number 5, relax. When I say relax, a day or 2 or 3 days before the exam, please don't do any revision or please don't practice any mock test. Because PMP exam, it's like a marathon. You have to answer 180 questions within 230 minutes, right? So you want to keep your mind fresh. Trust me, a 1 day or 2 day or 3 day before the exam, when you're practicing a lot of mock tests again, when you're reading all the concepts again, your mind will get mentally tired. And if you go for the PMP exam, you cannot give your 100%. So this is the advice I will always give to my students. 3 days before the exam, just close everything, take a break from your work as well. If you can, watch good movies, watch some good series in Netflix and have good fun. And this last phase is very important to give your 100% during your PMP exam. These are the 5-phase blueprint that you have to follow in order to knock this PMP exam out. Now let's talk about the common mistakes that you as a PMP aspirant should avoid while you're preparing for your PMP exam. 1. Please don't jump between resources. Before you select a resource that you're going to use for your PMP exam prep, do a proper research and then select that resource. After selecting that resource, trust that because you have already done the research and then you have selected the right one. While you're using a resource, for example, don't jump on another resources. Trust me, then you will doubt yourself among these resources. Finally, you will give up. For example, consider you have selected our EduHubSpot resources to do your PMP exam prep. Trust that resource because that is a proven one. After taking the resource again, don't read some XYZ books. Then what will happen? You will be reading multiple things and you will feel overwhelmed. You will give up. This is something you have to avoid. Don't jump between resources. Next mistake to avoid, this can be a repetitive, don't ignore Agile or Hybrid. Again, I repeat, 50% of your exam questions will be on Agile and Hybrid. Don't ignore that. Please don't underestimate the exam. Give that respect towards the exam so that during the exam, you will take the exam very seriously. You can give your 100%. And don't study passively. When I say don't study passively, these PMP concepts are so theoretical. When you're studying all the concepts theoretically, after 10-15 days, you will feel bored and then you will give up. When you're studying for the PMP exam, study each and every concepts like a case study so that it will make your learning very engaging. And after studying each and every concept, take quiz around that particular concept so that you can make sure that you have correctly understood that particular concept. Along with that, when you're taking quiz, rather studying, you're doing some practice questions also. It will keep you engaged. These are the 5 things you must avoid while you're preparing for the PMP exam. Now let's talk about the D-Day, which is your exam day. When you're doing the exam in testing center, please plan to arrive in the testing center at least 30 minutes earlier. And then while you're doing your PMP exam, don't think about the end results. Either I will pass the exam or fail the exam. Don't do that because when the moment you're thinking about the end result, you will get into the panic mode. When you're getting into the panic mode, you cannot give your 100% on the questions that you're practicing. I would say take one question at a time, give your 100%, pick an option, go for the next question. Do the same for all 180 questions that you're practicing. When your prep is good, you will knock this exam out for sure. And you all know as a part of your PMP exam, you will be given 2 10 minutes optional break. So I would say carry some snacks and water with you so that during the optional break, you can have some food and then you can have water. And don't have that expectations you will be seeing exactly the same questions of your mock test in the actual PMP exam. That's not true. As the name suggests, those are mock tests. You may find a similar question in the PMP exam, not exactly the same. Don't go under that expectation, so your expectation will be failed over there and there is a high chance you might get demotivated. So expect similar question, that too when your mock test that you have purchased is good. Expect similar question, not exactly the same question. And most importantly, see, PMP exam is a combination of easy, medium and difficult questions. For example, when you're seeing a difficult question, when you got confused, I don't know what option to pick. Don't spend too much time on that particular question. When you're spending too much time on that particular question, there is a chance you are missing out some easy and medium question. What you have to do when you're finding a very difficult question, when you're so confused, pick any option and then mark for review. So that if you have time later, you can come back to the question. When you're coming back to the question, see, even after that also, when you're still confused between options, don't change the option. Always trust your first instinct. It will always be right. So finally, we came to the end of the video. When you are preparing for the PMP exam, please stick to the 5-phase blueprint that I have explained right now. And please avoid the mistakes that I have stated. And during the exam, I have already explained you what are the mindsets that you must have. Kindly stick to that. When you are following this optional plan, no one can stop you in knocking this PMP exam out. Now, let me bring a topic that I was quoting in the introduction. Because you have stayed with me until the end of the video, you are eligible to book a free consultation call with one of our expert mentors. In order to do that, please go to our website www.eduhubspot.com. On the right top, you will be seeing an option called Book a Free Demo Class. According to your convenient date and time, you can pick any slots, and in that particular slot that you have picked, our mentors will be participating. One of our mentors will be participating, and in that call, this call will happen by a Zoom call, and in that call you can ask whatever questions or doubts you have related to your PMP certification journey. This is the bonus I'm giving you. And let me give you one more additional bonus. I'm going to conduct a free PMP masterclass where I will be teaching how to pass the PMP exam in just less than 30 days, that too without reading single line from any books. I'm going to give you free access for this masterclass. If you want to get the joining link, in the comment section, type PMP masterclass. I will be sending you the joining link. I'm so excited to meet you in my masterclass. And if you have liked this video, just smash the like button. And also my humble request would be, please subscribe to our EduHubSpot channel, because I'll be launching a lot of content related to videos. When you're subscribing, you will be getting notified by YouTube. And trust me, these videos will tremendously help you in your PMP journey. And if you want to contact me, please don't hesitate to write me an email. My email ID is gautham.sudakar@eduhubspot.com, that you will be seeing on the screen. I will be also giving my LinkedIn ID in the description of this particular video. Please be kind enough in sending the connection request. I would like to stay in connection with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will be soon meeting you all in another great video. Until then, bye. Take care.